not up there, Mr. Dillon. He's just plain vanished.
There's no note anywhere? You sure of that, Chester?
Nothing, sir. I looked again, all over.
Well, it's 2 days now. This isn't like Doc.
Well, I still think he's just gone off on an emergency. Out in the country somewhere.
What's going on?
Maybe, but he's always left word before.
Wait, you do?
Well,
To be honest, I didn't think you'd be able to pull it off.
I don't know.
Guess I was dead wrong.
People, Chester. Try the saloon.
Now, if you'll just follow me down to the mainframe room, we'll get those CPU cores hooked up to the main.
go right now.
All right.
Well, I do declare.
What?
Okay, looks like everything's running smoothly here. Guess those cores weren't as banged up as I thought they'd be. Now that the mainframe's backed up, we should be able to access the prototype storage vault on the lower levels.
You sure are a sight for sore eyes, Doc.
There's an entrance to that section of the facility in the back of the hangar. Come on, let's go.
Hello, Chester. Mac.
I can...
Got us worried, Doc.
That's so?
You've been gone 2 days.
I know.
Next time, leave word, Doc.
I will. I surely will. If I can.
Well, it'd sure save us a lot
Now,
of fretting.
wait a minute, wait a
Then
minute. Well, what do you mean, Doc, if you can?
Just that. If they let me, I'll leave word.
Come on inside, Doc. Well, all right, I'm curious, Doc. You want to tell me about it?
I can tell you part of it. Least important part. I made a promise about the rest. You know how it is, Matt.
No, but you tell me.
Well, the other night, Wednesday it was, I was peacefully asleep on my couch when a couple of riders tromped right into my office. They said a man was hurt somewhere out past Fort Dodge. So naturally I got up and I went along with them.
Well, then why didn't you leave a note and say so?
They didn't tell me exactly where we was going, Chester. But they sure told me not to leave any note.
They told you what?
Let him talk, Chester.
Now, of course, I figured then there must have been a shooting, but my job's to take care of everybody. Sinner and saved alike. And so, when finally we got to this place the next day...
What place?
That's part of what I promised not to tell, Chester. But like I was saying, there was a young man there who'd got himself shot in the back. The bullet lodged right in his spine. And I dug it out, and I did all I could for him. And then I just sat there for quite a spell. And then I put my things away. And I walked out into the other room.
So, Doc, how is it?
I did what I could.
What do you mean?
He's dead. The shock of extracting that bullet was too much for him. It's a bad place to spine him.
You killed him, huh, Doc?
No, I didn't kill him.
He's dead, ain't he?
Look, mister, doctors don't kill people. Murderers
Watch
do.
your mouth, Doc.
That boy wouldn't have lived more than a couple of days with that bullet where it was. And whoever put it there murdered him.
You want me to shut him up?
Not yet. Doc, tell me something. You know that boy in there?
I do.
Sure. And the three of us here, you know any of us?
Him. I've seen him around somewheres. Dodge, I guess.
Well, that settles it. He ain't walking out of here.
Shut up. Know his name, Doc?
No, I don't. Of course, it might come to me. Let me think now.
Now, you don't understand, Doc. He wants to kill you already. Now you're trying to remember his name. That's just going to make it worse.
You can't kill a doctor for following his oath.
Well, no. I shot that boy when he tried to get away, and I shoot you just as...
Don't be a fool. I'm a doctor. Since there's nothing more I can do here, I got to be available to other patients. I've been away too long.
No, what are we arguing about? Sooner we shoot him, the better.
What kind of a man are you, anyways? Don't you know I'm the only doctor within 100 miles of Dodge?
Right now, it's one too many.
Now, wait a minute. I'm kind of thinking the Doc's right. He ain't like an ordinary man. But Doctor, well, it's almost like he ain't quite human somehow.
He's human enough to tell what he knows that hard-headed marshal they got in Dodge. Then we'll have him on our tail. We'll never get our 20,000. Well, I figure it's us or the Doc.
I'm not interested in what you figure, mister. Right this minute, there may be some woman having a baby and needing me real bad. There may be several folk needing me for help.
He's right. We can't kill him.
I can't.
You'll do what I say and nothing else, here?
Ah, hell. Looks like this vault is full of useless junk. So much for pre-war treasures.
You promise not to tell about anybody you recognize?
I should have known better, I guess. I just thought maybe, for once, I might strike it rich down here.
No, Doctor, I'll kill you myself.
Come on, let's go. I'll buy us... Ugh. All these skeletons are...
Here's the doctor and nothing else. I promise.
Word of honor, Doc?
That's my word of honor.
Okay, get out. One other thing, Doc.
What?
You break your word, you tell anybody where this place is or who you saw here, and we'll get to you. We'll kill you no matter where you try to hide.
I gave him my word, didn't I?
Sure, but don't forget what I said anyway. Don't forget for 1 minute. We'll kill you or die trying.
That's quite a story, Doc.
And you played it right smart, if you ask me. Who were they, Doc? Well, tell us.
Well, I only recognize one of them, Chester. Besides the man they'd shot.
So you said. Have you thought of his name yet?
No, Chester, you don't understand. I gave my word I wouldn't tell.
Yes, but that was just so you could get away.
Well, they'd have shot me for sure otherwise, but still I gave my word. It don't matter how or why.
But, Doc, they're just a bunch of killers.
I know.
Leave him alone, Chester.
But, Mr. Dillon... Yes, sir.
Matt,
Yeah, Doc.
wouldn't you do the same if you were in my boots?
That'd be a hard choice, Doc, but... Yeah, I suppose I would.
Why, any man would. Leastwise, any man of honor would.
I guess I wasn't really thinking about it that way.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get some sleep. Matt, that was a good boy they murdered. I hope they hang for it. Oh, Dad blasted him.
How are we ever going to find him, Mr. Dillon?
I don't know, Chester. We don't even know who they killed.
Funny we haven't heard about it.
Maybe nobody's missed him yet.
Just think. Doc could lead us straight to him right now.
Well, that isn't making the Doc happy, Chester.
No, sir, it sure isn't.
I'm going over to the Texas Trail, Chester. I'll be back later.
Yes, sir.
What the hell? I just remembered something from the first few days I was here. It mentioned something called the Avenger. From what I remember, this thing was basically a weaponized computer. If I recall correctly, the primary purpose of this thing was to gain well, you get the idea. That thing is still in the mainframe. Nothing. That door's probably under executive lockdown. Even if I could hack the terminal, there's...
Oh, hi, Kitty.
You want some help for that bottle?
What's that say on there?
Sure, I'm only going to have one. You can finish it.
Even if that...
My reputation
In the
is
op-
bad enough without my trying to get around carrying about a bit of whiskey in me.
Okay, when that door opens, there's probably going to be robots waiting for us on the other side. Might be a good idea to get any supplies you need ready to go. Oh, and by... Okay.
There you are, Kitty. Well, here's to luck.
Yeah, I could use some. Oh, you didn't come here to drink a bottle of rye, Matt. What's on your mind?
Well, Kitty, I was sort of wondering if maybe you'd heard any talk about anybody being missing lately.
Missing? Who?
Well, that's just the point. I don't know who.
I guess you're not on much of a trail, are you, Matt?
Well, a man was shot and he's dead. And I don't know who he was or who did it or where. All I know is it happened.
I'll be darned. Well, Matt, I don't know a thing I've heard that'd help. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was just a chance.
You know, it's not often a man gets shot around here without everybody knowing about it.
Well, I'm glad for that much anyway. Well, thanks, Kitty.
Good luck.
Yeah, take it easy with that bottle.
Hostile target.
I'll save it for you.
So long.
See you, Matt.
straight hours, Mr. Dillon. He sure must have been tired.
Yeah. Here, Chester, take these letters down to the depot for me, will you? They gotta be in Washington next week.
Santa Fe pulls out in an hour, sir. I'll put 'em right in the mail car.
Marshal? Why, Jake Worth. Why, you haven't come into Dodge in the last 6 months that I know of.
I'm here now, Marshal.
Oh? Trouble?
I'd call it that.
Well?
You know that cottonwood, the big one down at Brandy Bend?
Yeah?
What's going on?
Cut down by the roots at the north side of it.
Crap. Looks like that thing activated the security force fields for the mainframe room. Looks like we'll never get in there now.
It isn't if Hank gets back.
If we
all
were
right.
to somehow kill the main power, it'd probably shut down this force field. Problem is, we've probably got about half the robots in this place between us and the reactor controls. Hope you're up.
Kill him.
Oh, come on, Jake. We'll try to get there before they pick up the money.
No, Marshal, I won't take any chances. They'd shoot him sure if we did that.
You should have told me before you left the money. You should have come here first, you know?
You didn't hear what I said, Marshal.
Hostile target.
I won't take the chance. All I want now is for you to watch for anybody who turns up rich around here.
Jake, I want you to listen to me.
Now, you listen to me, Marshal. Nobody is going to do a thing till Hank's back safe on the ranch. Not one dang thing.
Jake, if they killed Hank, you'd want him hung, wouldn't you?
I'll hang him myself if it comes to that. I'll hunt him down like wolves.
All right, then let's go. Let's get on to Brandy Bend and wait for him.
No. I already told you no.
Hank's dead, Jake.
Tell Mama I've done my best.
Trouble.
They already shot him. And he's dead.
What are you talking about? Where is he?
Whoa! Trouble.
I don't know.
And how come you know he's dead?
Identified.
I can't tell you.
Marshal, I've had about enough of this.
We're wasting time here. Come on, Jake. I'll tell you what I can on the way to the river.
You better, by heaven, or one of us ain't never gonna get to the river.
Jake Worth was known as a heart.
Oh, hey. Okay. I don't think the virus will be restarting this reactor anytime. Let's get back to the mainframe room. It's time to shut the...
Work it with him. The Worths were good men. They didn't cause any trouble, and they worked hard. It was hard to tell Jake, but without mentioning Doc, I said what I could. And when we reached the Arkansas, we hid our horses in a clump of bush and worked our way on foot up to the big cottonwood. And I stood up and walked out into the open.
What are you doing, Marshal? You gone crazy?
Come on, Jake. No use to hide now.
Oh. That's him there, isn't it? That's Hank.
I'm afraid so, Jake.
And they killed him. They killed him all right. He was a
Please
good
stand.
boy. Had his whole life to live yet. Why'd they do it?
Clear.
Why did
I'm sorry, Jake.
Doc's been asleep for 6 straight hours, Mr. Dillon. He sure must have been tired.
Yeah.
story on the way down here?
Assessing threat.
The truth now. Every bit of it.
Threat assessment negligible.
Break and one of them shot him.
Preparing to terminate.
Get him.
I'll take care of myself soon as you tell me who they are.
I don't know who they are.
Don't lie to me, Marshal. You know a lot you're not telling me. What's going on with you,
I've
anyway?
told you all I can,
That's
Jake.
my boy lying there, Marshal. He's been murdered. And if I didn't know you so well, I'd begin to think maybe you had something to do with
Now,
it
just
yourself.
a minute, Jake. I know you're upset.
Then why don't you tell me?
Because the man who told me about it had to promise not to name anybody, that's why.
What man? Who is he? I'll get it out of him if...
Holy crap!
Yeah, I know.
Are you okay?
That's why I can't tell you who he is.
Wait,
What kind of a
what the
liar
hell?
are you anyway?
I've told you all I can, Jake.
No. No, you haven't. Marshal, I don't believe your story about nobody promising nothing. You know who done it, and you're going to tell me or
Don't
I'm...
try it, Jake. You can't kill me, and you know it.
No, I can't. Me and my boys can. And I'm giving you 24 hours to name those men, and then we're coming to Dodge. There'll be blood spilt, Marshal.
Jake, I give you my word, I don't know who did it.
I don't believe you.
I'll help you take your boy home now.
No, go on back to Dodge. I'll manage here.
You're making a bad mistake, Jake.
24 hours, Marshal.
Wow. That's just... Wow.
We'll find you wherever you...
Looks like we weren't the first ones to... That would definitely explain a lot about the state this place was in. Well...
Go on, Jake.
Yeah, about that. I kind of maybe but... Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm just I swear, if I ever step foot in another underground facility... Yeah.
We'll return for the second act.
By the way, my
Smoke in
well-
just a moment, but first, 300,000 volunteers are needed for the Ground Observer Corps. This spare time activity serves as a vital supplement of the Air Defense Command radar network, which has certain unavoidable blind spots due to the curvature of the Earth. Men and women from teenage up are urged to become ground observers. Get in touch with your nearest Civil Defense Center. Now for the second act of Gunsmoke. There was no use arguing with him. The man's grief had destroyed his reason. And the worst of it